Hey guys, sorry about the technical difficulties we've been experiencing, but thank you for those of you who are still hanging on. Today we have an awesome webinar for you guys. We've got Zeal Caiden, who is an internet marketing legend and Foster Web Marketing partner who's just been absolutely crushing it with our campaigns recently. He's the CEO of Publicity, which is a PR and media outreach program for link building, and we are very excited to have him here. So without further ado, go for it, Zeal.
Awesome. Can you guys see my screen?
All good.
All clear. All right, cool. Yeah, that was an interesting hiccup getting going there. Thanks so much for the intro, Molly. Really excited to be here. We kind of had a back and forth about the content that we should be in the title of this webinar. So Molly wanted some brevity. Thanks also to Foster just for you guys for hosting me here. We're really excited to share some of the wins that we've had, and also just our perspective on how the market's going. Really, just taking a zoomed out bird's eye view. Going to show you guys some things that you probably haven't seen before. So the title, for brevity's sake, was how to grow your new leads from SEO. And that essentially really became, we were like, okay, well, what's really going on? Okay, well, that sounds pretty generic. So what we're talking about is how to predictably and automatically grow your new leads from SEO month after month. And then we knew that, with Foster's audience is like, okay, there's going to be a lot of attorneys, they don't really necessarily want to do the work. And with this system and with essentially partnership with us and Foster, what we've really created here, as we're going to show you guys, to really be authentic, what we had to title this was how to predictably and automatically grow your new leads from SEO month after month without actually doing any real work. And if that sounds like a lot of hype, I challenge you to stick around and really see through this, see the data, see what we have. I guarantee you I'm offering you a unique perspective that you guys have not seen before. I'm just really excited to share this. So here's the thesis. This is really what's going on. Digital PR is ranking like it's 2009. That's really the main takeaway. I don't know if you guys were in business in 2009, if you guys were benefiting from SEO in 2009, but back then it was really simple, because if we're being honest, the only thing that really mattered is from a truly competitive, just duplicatable, predictable perspective was just spammy links, and back then it really was that simple. And we're going to show you how things changed over time, how Google kind of kept everybody honest, and really now coming back full circle, how to do things the right way in 2017 to take over markets, to really get those top rankings like you want, to get those new customers, to get those new phone calls coming in, those leads every single month, using digital PR, getting real people, real bloggers, real publicists to talk about your business on the web and link back to you in a way that just causes the search engines and really just to go nuts for you and rank you at the top, and really just this very organic, truly organic discovery of your business. People who have a problem, who are looking for a solution. So we're really excited, just to share this with you guys. So, and of course, if you guys are here on a Foster webinar, I'm sure you guys are already Spartans, just absolutely crushing it, right? Just rainmakers, right, with the attorneys. But the reality of it is sometimes, if we kind of take off that veneer, so we could all use a little bit of help sometimes, right? So, even though we might put on this sort of face and say everything is crushing it, even in my business, we want to say the marketing is crushing it, we could all use a little bit of help. And really, I'm here, today to show you guys exactly what you can do, and also just how things have changed, and really what you can ignore as far as a lot of hype and mumbo jumbo that's been out there, and what you can really focus on, to really drive results. And we keep this incredibly simple and focus on just the key concepts that can be implemented in your business, in any business. So if you stay until the end, here's my commitment to you. My goal is to transfer to you the understanding of what it takes to just take over markets in SEO the right way, without working the system yourself, without working in the business, right? You want to work on the business, and truly from a business perspective, just to give you that certainty that you know what to do to get new customers. So, how many of you guys would like to see behind the scenes of our platform, publicity.ai, where we have nearly 100 remote contractors earning hundreds of publicity placements every month, which our clients are using to drive millions in new monthly revenue every month, right? Who would like to see that? Of course. And also as a free bonus, if you stay until the end, I'm also going to share with you guys how you can get free access to publicity.ai for the year on a premium plan, okay? So really excited to share that. What makes this different Well, really, just our whole conversation and the whole mission of our company, how this was founded, why this was founded, is just different, right? Like rather than just focusing on services and pushing services like a traditional business, our entire conversation and focus is just based on accurately measuring what's going on from a data science perspective and reacting to changes in the market and really just allowing work to be done incredibly efficiently. Units of work on a performance basis done efficiently. That's really what our whole conversation is and what we focus on over here. And really, this is probably going to be a much more zoomed out perspective than you're used to. So just to put it another way, most people just hire other marketing agency veterans when they're building a business, an SEO business. You want to get the best talent in the services industry. Well, we look at it a different way. We actually hire technologists. My co-founder of this company, of AMB, who really has helped develop Publicity.ai alongside me from the labor and services perspective, just came straight out of Google himself. He actually left his job at Google to found this thing with me. So who am I? I'm just a regular guy, who works a lot and has focused on this for a long time. I'm the tall one with the goofy hair there. And, really all you need to know about me, I founded my first digital marketing agency in 2009. Decided to focus on SEO in 2010. Really drilled into that focus when we saw how effective it could be for clients. Then we decided, okay, wow, we have these lawyer clients who are just absolutely killing it. You guys were great clients. You're just making money, didn't need a lot of support, just wanted to check in, check stats, things look good, great. So it was awesome. We decided to focus a lot on lawyers in 2012. And then we went on to found AMV and invent Publicity.ai in 2014. And like I said, now today, Publicity.ai is driving hundreds of earned publicity units every month all over the internet, resulting in millions in new client revenue each month. Okay, so I'm really excited. Also, my commitment to you guys, like I'm just going to keep it real. There's a certain language, that I think I'm comfortable with. In business, I work with business people. I sell to business people. So, if you catch me cursing or something, I hope you guys don't get too offended. I'm really just here, just trying to give all my energy to this and really share with you guys what I've learned and what's possible, and really also just radical transparency. I want to just show you guys, exactly what's going on. Just full transparency, really opening the kimono and showing you guys, what's really possible here. So let's review some key terms. This is really the most important term probably is arbitrage. I'm just going to read the Investopedia definition. As they say, arbitrage is basically buying in one market and simultaneously selling in another, profiting from a temporary difference. This is considered riskless profit for the investor trader. Now, this is the investment definition, typically termed with trading, but we very much apply arbitrage to these markets, to SEO markets specifically. So what we're looking for is an opportunity where basically markets are just severely undervalued relative to the value of traffic and search traffic, people actually searching, and discovery going on in the search engines. And what we do and what we've built will really allow you to actually participate in that arbitrage, just as simple as it would be to trade, essentially trading, dollars for services being done on a performance basis and just really efficient trading essentially, and really efficiently just going and finding undervalued markets. Put another way, a term that you guys might be familiar with, this sort of a funny term, Moneyball. This is just a story about this. I was onboarding one of our technology software clients, and their vice president of marketing kind of had his aha moment where he's just like, "Oh, I get it." He's like, "I get it. It's like Moneyball for SEO," and I was like, "Yes." But I didn't actually know what that meant, so I had to go Google it, right? I went and looked on Urban Dictionary, and I found out, oh, okay, I've heard about this. This is where basically the Oakland A's kind of coined this thing where they would look for stats in players that other people might not be valuing that high, but they believed were specifically designed to win games, and then they killed it. With less resources, they were able to just absolutely create a team, and it really worked, right? So really just trying to find undervalued assets and get them. If they're severely undervalued, how do you take them over? So in this case, finding undervalued markets and really taking them over. So let's just review the opportunity in front of us. I don't think people really understand how insane this is, but just to give you an idea. Let's just take a look, right? So this is Google's ad revenue. Obviously, it keeps going up. 2016. This is an old chart from 2015. They just posted the 2016 numbers, but basically it continues going up, right? And that's in billions. So 67 billion, nearly all from advertising. So nearly all from AdWords, right? And yet AdWords only receives 21% of clicks. So all that revenue, what that means is, is based on 21% of clicks. So the other 79% is just going on organic. It's not being monetized, right? So what that means is, if you visualize that a particular type of way, I think people have been talking about SEO. I think the hype cycle has gone up and down. I've kind of seen that in my career since 2009. But at the end of the day, it's because there is a nucleus of just absolute truth in there, because the organic opportunity is just so huge, like 79% of clicks. As you can see here, so $260 billion of clicks projected out, just going on organic every single year that no one's paying for. Google's just passing that money on to businesses, right? So, and then when we look at that another way, what we see is the SEO services market is only 12 billion. So literally that entire market, $12 billion, is laying into 248 billion. Now, granted, there are in-house teams and other people focused on SEO that extend that 12, but the point is, even if you were to double that, it's still laying in better than 10 to 1, right? So just fundamentally, SEO as a whole is undervalued, and what I'm going to show you guys is specifically how to see if your market might have a similar opportunity, which many of them do, especially if you guys are lawyers. I know there's going to be a ton of lawyers, local professional services where people are just searching, trying to find your business. We can show you guys how much people are searching and what the value of those searchers might be, and then also how to potentially arbitrage it for your business. And if that sounds a little confusing, trust me, we're going to get into these concepts. These are high-level concepts just to show you guys the opportunity, and then we're going to really go deep into it. And I'm going to give you guys a demo here in a few minutes. So stoked. I'm personally stoked about this. I've built my career about this. This is just, I think, very exciting. I mean, just to have the opportunity to be working on something that's so massive, fundamentally the human race searching to solve their problems, right? And we have the opportunity here to really put our solutions in front of them in a way that's incredibly cost efficient. So, if you do that, there's the multiple, right? 260 over 12, it's 21x potentially overvalued. Like I said, even if you want to be conservative, cut that in half, it's better than 10 to 1. As far as just AdWords being 1 to 1, and of course AdWords is a great profit center for thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of businesses. I couldn't even tell you, but it's huge, right? So let's check in. Who's excited? If you're excited, throw some stuff in the chat. I want this to feel engaged, and I'm really just here to serve you guys. I'm here to share with you guys what we've done. This is my mission. This is my passion. So I'm personally excited. I want to see who else is excited. We're really excited about doing this. So let's talk about how to rank, right? This is this is a screenshot from a recent Moz study. You can see there's just a bunch of different ranking factors here. But if we zoom in, right, let's just enhance this, make it a little simpler. All right, let's enhance this a little bit more. Zoom in until we start to get really there. Okay, cool. Now we can see those three top things are quite important. Seems like those are markedly higher there. So you got links, and keywords and content, and then some stuff about engagement. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit more. All right, there we go. So this is a level I'm comfortable zooming into. As you can see, the two top things by a long shot. Not to say that the other stuff doesn't matter. We'll back up a little bit. Content's important. Okay, I'm not counting out content. Content is absolutely critically important, and you should be partnered with someone like Foster to really make sure that you just have a comprehensive website to make sure that it's engaging, it's speaking to your audience. There's a lot of stuff that I've seen attorneys try to do on their own. You guys should. It's better for everyone if you guys stay focused, on really lawyering and really just allow yourselves and allow a team and bring it together partners that can really help take care of the stuff from three-dimensional aspect. Today, really what we're going to be talking about here, though, is these domain level link features, right? And page level link features. And what that means is backlinks, right? Like people linking to you online, giving you credibility and doing it the right way, okay? So let's just tell a story, all right? Because like I said, it's like everyone's been talking about backlinks since the beginning. It's what's been at the nucleus of Google since its founding in 1998. So really, this is sort of my story and how this all came to be. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was a spammer back in the day. I was 19 years old, and I found out about internet marketing. I read this ebook, and it's got its appeal when you're just a broke teenager in a dorm room, with $0 to spend on ads. It was cool, and I built my business doing that. And we basically were able to just build links that were purely manipulative. We're not based on content and doing things the right way, influencing the media, influencing people to link back to businesses. But at the end of the day, it was killing it. And really, this is what enabled my financial freedom at a young age. Was just getting really good at spamming. But when we talk about Penguin and the Penguin update, I consider that sort of the call for me. So the call to a higher purpose. I was getting good at doing this thing and doing SEO in a particular way, setting up the site structures, and then just building a ton of links to them using software and automation. But they just fundamentally weren't adding a lot of value. And I remember when Penguin hit in 2012. I kind of looked around the industry, and there's just everybody in my network, just like, fuck this, fuck Google, we're just gonna spam better, blah blah blah, and it's really like I kind of just remember looking at these people like, are you serious, guys? Like, this is Google. Like they take search quality more seriously than anything like we could fathom. Not to mention that they have more resources than we could fathom. Like this is just the beginning. And I kind of saw that in 2012. Obviously, the industry was a little slower to shift. People kept trying to kind of fit a square peg in a round hole. But to me, I really heard that call in 2012 and figured out the right way to do it. There really was an awakening. And for me to truly go to what we call, white hat SEO, that genuine media outreach, influencing people, it was the right way to do it. And I knew that in my gut. And even though it was hard, I really did start to pursue that in 2012. I did.
Outsmart Google.
I'm sorry?
Oh, you're not going to outsmart Google.
Yeah, eventually you're just not. And so my whole motivation and everything really just changed. And I kind of answered this to a call, like a call to a higher purpose, which was to say, what would be the right way to do this? And that was sort of my awakening, right? Where we said, okay, you know what, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna figure this out. And really just figured out how to get the media, bloggers, publications, just websites all over the internet to link to our clients in a way that was truly editorial, that was truly adding value, and just earning my clients influential references, essentially, and kind of just walking that path and that journey to figure out how could we do this. And not only did I discover the right way that I'm going to share with you guys, but specifically for the audience's perspective, as lawyers, as business owners, entrepreneurs, whoever you guys are, marketing executives, I'm going to show you the easy way to do it too, because we built a system that allows the right way to happen for you on your behalf consistently, month after month, like we were saying, right? So I'm really excited to do this, and I know what you guys want, right? You want to just have your business just grow without regard for outside influences, and I know what that's like. I know I've seen the devastation that penalties can cause, although I never, did anything to get a client penalized. I'm proud to say I was smarter than the other spammers, I guess. But at the end of the day, there was still inherent risk. And now we absolutely do not encourage anybody with any meaningful business, with any sort of equity in their reputation online to really take those risks, because you just don't need to. There really is a right way to do it now, in a way that's actually even more competitive for spam, both today and in the long term. So we can actually beat the spammers doing it the right way, which I'm really proud to say. I'm really proud to be here to share with you guys. So just got a little bit of proof. Oh, what? Well, that's bizarre. I don't know why Google's... Okay, it says on my screen that this slide is actually showing. Let me try to reboot just this slide. That's super weird, huh? Okay, well, you're going to have to take my word for it that these are screenshots of a product that I built in a week. I wanted the experience. It's a software product. It's called Lead Roster, and it's really bad. It's a two-sided marketplace. Does this show on this? This is so... Okay, I'm not even going to go there. If we're just going to deal with this, then we'll deal with it. So anyway, I built this thing in a week, right? The point was we had a bunch of data, a bunch of sales leads lying around, and what you're not seeing is a screenshot of the site. It's admittedly bad. I put a constraint on myself that I only supported this thing for a week, okay, from start to finish. Then I built it, I uploaded it, I had the merchants thing set up, and you can see it's an ugly site. It doesn't even have a search feature, okay? There's just, well, you can't see it, but just take my word for it. Basically, the point is it's a bad product, but we earned great links to it. The equivalent of about a $3K a month campaign ran for about 8 months, and it has done $126,000 in sales, completely passive. We're ranking at the top for B2B leads, buy leads, sell leads. Like, these are huge keywords, and we're literally outranking Experian and these other multi-billion-dollar companies who have been in the game for years, right? And this is another one that you're going to have to take my word for it, that this is a client. He's a tax attorney in New York. We call this guy the king of New York. But basically, the business thing that you need to know about this, he has a great business and great links, and really this is that type of growth that we're looking to facilitate, right? He was doing about 300K in sales for his tax legal services, and ran a campaign with us his first year. did about 36K spend, so 3K a month. And you know, the guy actually more than doubled his business in the first year with us, scaled out to remote offices, added in lead gen with it, and ultimately created a surplus of $450,000 in sales as a solo attorney. Right, not bad at all. Launching, you know, 4 new remote offices to get leads, now serving cities and towns up and down the state of New York, as basically one guy, or a guy who sometimes contracts some stuff out. So not bad. 36K rolling into 450K in new business growth right there. So really, how do we get there, right? How do we get there? Really, the two problems in front of us, right, that I see if I had to break this down. There's two things. Number one, you know, earning white hat backlinks, as we say, these media outreach based backlinks, these editorially based backlinks. It's hard. It really is. You know, trust me. It was great when I could just be a teenager, log into my software, check my crappy laptop, see that it was just working. Doing it the right way, you have to talk to people. You have to influence the media, who, by the way, are getting hit up now more than absolutely ever, for people who want to you know, get just who want to be featured, right? And it's difficult to do it consistently, and really, you know, you risk just not doing it right if you're attempting to do this. It's hard. It took me a long time and a lot of trial and error to figure that out. And then let's say you do crack the code, you do have something that can consistently earn you quality backlinks, right? You know, if you figure out just a method that's really working for you, but then if you can earn them, you don't know how many are needed to win. So really the risk with that one is typically, like from your guys' perspective, what we would see is just dramatic overspending for markets that didn't need it, just wasteful spending, right? Like you don't need to spend 10K in a market per month that only would necessitate 5K in spend, you know, in earned links, right? You know, and don't get me wrong, there's 10K a month markets, there's 50K a month markets, you know, that can go on to make millions a month, but like, you just need to know where you're playing, and I think there's really a decided lack of that and of good competitive analysis. So we noticed that as well. So I'm going to tell you guys how we solve these two problems here, and it's super simple with the tools available. So I'm excited to share this with you guys. So problem number one. Earning backlinks is hard, difficult to do consistently, and it's resource intensive if you do crack the code. So you know what we did and what I sort of figured out, like I said, back in 2012 when I was really figuring this out here, is I'll elaborate. Actually, let's just go to this one. So really, old PR. What is content development? How did I figure this out in 2012 when I decided to just pitch and test this stuff and try to get our clients, you know, linked to in the mainstream media? And really, what I learned, the main thing, really, the concepts. Old PR is about pitching the story of a company, whereas new PR, really, the client kind of takes a back seat, and it's really just about being as helpful as possible to journalists and just focusing on the journalists' needs. You know, and really, this slide, I have a sort of funny story. It's funny now, but like it's funny how harsh the world can be, and really I'm grateful that this happened now, just because, you know, I think a lot of the time people will be coy or nice, but I was actually able to get some incredibly harsh feedback that actually really showed me that, you know, we needed to do this a different way. So basically, when I learned about PR, when I learned, okay, white hat backlinks are going to be a thing, I need to figure this out. We got these attorney clients, right? I'm just like, okay, we start pitching them. So I get the tools, I look into the workflows, you know, I'm literate with this, and I just had a bunch of time back then to really just focus on being the best individual contributor in my company, like the best leader, making sure we were just getting, you know, hands-on the best links for each client. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to learn this myself. And so I get these media database, and, you know, I'm just going through and I'm pitch. And I remember one reply one day. A lot of it was just no reply, just dead silence. You know, and especially pitching law firms, right? Which is an interesting thing to mention, because I think certain types of businesses, you know, lend themselves to PR a little bit more, right? Apple, you know, if they're launching a new iPhone, everybody cares about it. But, you know, if you're talking about an attorney in a city, you know, it's going to be difficult. So basically what I did was just like, hey, you know, I was pitching these sort of local outlets, see if we can start them on a local scale online. And I'm pitching, you know, these journalists, and I'm just like, hey, you know, this is local. This guy's a local hero. You know, he's so active in the community. He's really helping people. His clients and customers love him. He was a criminal defense attorney, right? But I didn't really focus on that. I was like, just local hero. You know, he's a hero for justice. And and he's a community champion. Look at this philanthropy. And I remember one response that stuck with me, that really could not have made it more clear that I needed to make a change. Was one journalist actually said, um, hey Zeal, there's nothing newsworthy about your client. Stop pestering me, like don't contact me until and unless that attorney has inappropriate conduct with a minor, then that would be news. And I had to kind of step back and say, wow, like that is beyond no. That was that was just like kind of getting slapped down pretty hard there. And that sort of showed me that, you need to, we needed to do something different, right? That was the sort of the feedback. And so I started testing other methods, like I said, and instead of pitching the company or the client, like I said, I just sort of started trying to empathize. I said, what do these journalists really want? And what ultimately this led to, like I said, content development, right? It's like, okay, we target the journalists, we figure out what sites we want to get on, whether it's bloggers or whatever, just, open up your targeting a little bit, find a large list, and then really just reach out and try to be super helpful. So an example pitch, and I could do a whole webinar, but like an example pitch would really just be, hey, I saw you had this post here, really loved it. Let's say the post was about, I mean, it could be literally anything, right? Let's say, tailor this to lawyers. Let's say, hey, I saw a small business actually is more likely, you're a lot more likely to get featured on business blogs than law blogs, just because there's so many more of them. So it's like, hey, I saw you had that post on, tips for small business entrepreneurs, for their IT. I was curious if you'd be interested in like how small businesses can stay protected from a legal angle, right? If there's like a business or a tax attorney or something like that. And, you just find sort of an adjacent thing that would make perfect sense, right? Now they're getting the sense when they see this email, oh, hey, this guy read my thing. And then your second is sort of a 1-2 punch. The second thing is like, hey, I was curious if you'd be interested in covering that adjacent thing about how to stay legally protected from in your small business. If there's anything I could do to help, let me know. I'd love to help you put that piece together. And the replies all of a sudden, when I changed my tone, the replies to this were sort of like, what do you mean? You want to help me do my job? Like, it was just a totally different thing. And I'd just be like, yes, that's exactly what I want to do. And basically, when I say help them create their content, this is so open-ended now because there's just so many different ways to do this and different strategies, tactics you can implement. Like if you guys are doing this as yourself, I'd highly recommend guest posting, like branded guest posting, branded for like your name and your identity, linking back to your firm. But there's just so many different ways to do this. We really do keep it open-ended, and I'll share, that's the beauty of publicity.ai. I'll share that in a few minutes, just how open-ended this can be. But ultimately, it's just about being helpful to journalists, doing something in a way that adds value to their lives without just objectively paying them, right? Because then that would be an advertisement. You probably violate some guidelines or something. And really, when you're helping them create their content, remember, I haven't even mentioned the client yet. So now you just slip the client link in there, right? So whatever it is, if they say, hey, yeah, sure, you want to ghostwrite something, great, send it over, I'll edit it. I don't understand why you would do this, but so be it. Or, there was like what we used to do for like the business and more tech stuff would be like just putting together research. Actually, this works in any vertical, but basically just putting together cited sources and links online that kind of would allow them. You do all the legwork on the research, and that allows them to basically just put together a cohesive story. You put together the proof, as it were, and then you just make sure that the link is in there, the client link for us, your link. Like I said, if you're guest posting, you're doing this from the first person, you probably would want to just directly guest post and then cite other people. But this strategy works really great. And we didn't even disclose it. You don't have to disclose that this is your client, right? Because you're just essentially just soliciting these people to help them with their work, and no money's changing hands. You're just helping them, just being helpful, and you're just kind of backdooring the client's link. So let's say you have a list of 5 or 6 sources, you throw the client's link in there. More than 9 times out of 10, it's gonna go in there because they're so grateful that you were being helpful. And then of course, step 3 is profit, right? At the end of the day, you just do this enough, and we'll find out how much in a second. But you do this enough, and you really can just create tremendous benefits. So that's pretty much it. That's content development. That's the general strategy. It's just being helpful to people of influence on the web who have these sort of influential centers, whatever it is, blogs, publications, whatever it may be, and conducting outreach. Then there's the question, of if you can earn this, let's say you figure it out, and it is hard and it does take a lot of time to do it the right way. If you're manually doing this yourself, I'll show you guys in a sec how you don't have to do it manually, but if you are doing it and you do crack the code and you get beyond that, you have resources internally or externally who can get those links, who can get those super high quality links. Well, then the question is, you don't know how many are needed to win your market. And like I said, that's really just pretty dramatic overspending is basically the bad thing that happens there. The solution to this, really in 2014, you just pay me directly $1,000 for a market analysis. I actually used to do videos. I would take, just hop on my little webcam video, put me in the bottom corner, and I would actually comb through, just shred through your market, shred through all your competitors with my spy tools. Sometimes just showing you sort of my synthesis, my take on what was going on in your market, and literally sometimes going through thousands or even millions of lines of data entries, and just telling you what I thought about it, right? As far as backlinks, just the way your market was competing, where the rankings were, who your real competitors were, and who the ones who were just propped up and just a total facade with spam and just weird stuff. People that I would really show you guys who the real competitors were and who sort of the the pussycats or the fraudsters were in your market. This is what I used to do. So that was the solution in 2014. It's $1,000 to do that offer. We sent them the video. We did sort of a front end offer to get people to interested in taking us up on our services. But the solution in 2017 is to just use publicity.ai. That's really what this thing is built for. At the start of this, it basically, this app just started out as a way to help me automate my workflow. And I'll just show you guys. This was really built for me, just doing these analyses in these markets and helping people get an accurate picture. So let's actually cut to a live demo here. Just gonna, you guys can see, punch in publicity.ai here, and just for the sake of brevity, rather than doing smart search or like punching in an example client domain, I'm just gonna do avo.com. You guys all know Avo, so we're gonna do what's called a reverse keyword lookup here, and I'm just gonna pick a couple markets. So let's see. So I'm just reverse sorting by AdWords CPC just to get some examples on some markets. This is obviously probably quite inflated up here, but this is the results that Google's returning to us just in terms of this data here. We're pulling that directly from Google, and then what our app actually does is we're crawling, like I said, hundreds of millions of search results and actually indexing them. So what that means is we can now make this data really useful and show you guys what you're already ranking for that you might not know, what your competitors are already ranking for, and just make it super easy, right? So I'm just going to pick one, personal injury attorney, Cape Coral. Let's just take this as an example, and boom. So simple, right? What we see, in the U.S. is personal injury attorney, Cape Coral, Florida. There's your keyword. Massive AdWords cost per click. I could get into why I wouldn't trust this fully, but again, if you guys talk with an analyst about why this is, Google's returning that data, but are people really paying over $500? Sometimes they actually do for personal injury related keywords, but I digress. Anyway, what we see here, here's where the arbitrage comes into play. 52K. Then, like I said, this is live. $52,000 worth of AdWords equivalent traffic, potentially going to the number one person per month. That's a loose projection, but it is based on the best math that we have, right? So typically what I'm looking for is, okay, businesses, if you can break even on AdWords, then what we're looking for here to arbitrage is to say, okay, this is the number one organic value. This is the suggested spend per month, to get publicity rank, which is our metric. Right? It's not perfect. We're constantly revamping this. This does not mean you're absolutely going to rank number one on Google, but this is really looking at those link features like we discussed and nothing else. We're going to add more dimensions to this, but for now, really just focusing on the true raw link competitiveness is so important. And you can see an aggressive timeline by all counts, 6 months, and then boom, what we see here, this is all about the ratio. Here's your arbitrage, right? 52K for organic number one, 7,400 a month. Now, my golden rule on that, pretty much, if it's laying in more than 5 to 1, I say go for it, because even if our models are half wrong, even if it takes twice as long, that still means you're going to be getting 2 to 1, but maybe a little better than 2 to 1 on your money as far as the same clicks that you're targeting versus AdWords, as eventually once the campaign ramps up fully, of course. And I'll show you guys a little bit of examples of that in a second. But this is really just where it goes. That's it. I mean, that's literally it. We could pick another market here, try to find one more traffic. big traffic. Yeah, boom. Okay, LA car accident attorney, right? Now, of course, I don't know what practice areas you guys are in, but this is huge. I mean, this is, of course, one of the biggest, markets for auto accidents. You guys know about those settlements, contingency, right? You go in, you get, 20, 30K, you keep your contingency on that, and just bang them out like clockwork. I know a lot of guys just crushing that, these types of cases. Whatever your practice area is, of course, you want to look at your market. But again, you can see, boom, 112,000 laying into 19K. Bigger risk in LA, but a lot bigger reward, right? Just because LA is so massive. I'm sure one that's not here, perfect. Jersey City DWI. Wow, that's huge volume for DWI. Jersey City DWI. Beautiful. Now, this is dramatically inflated AdWords CPC. Again, Google's just returning this. I sorted by AdWords CPC, so we're only as good as the data Google gives us on this one. I would venture that's significantly lower value and cost in the market. There might have just been one guy who bid that way up, who didn't really need to. But basically, as you could see, such low competition. So even though this is certainly wrong, right? Like these clicks probably aren't worth 90K, but even if we're half wrong, 45K, even if we're way off, and missing it by 75%, you're still laying in nearly 10 to 1, right, on that risk. And that's really, that's pretty much it. We just go in and we look at, the value of these markets, and then that just gives you, it's useful. You want to hop on a call with one of our analysts, just to make sure that we're not missing anything. But what we see here, the fact that these guys don't have any truly qualified publicity pointed to the pages that are ranking, shows me that Jersey City is actually a really weak market, yet there's a lot of people, apparently getting DWIs there. Granted, if you want to serve there, you got to live in Jersey City, which, from what I understand, might not be, be the best, but there's plenty of people getting DWIs there. Point is, it's a good market. That's a great example. So you can see it's relative, and this stuff scales. And when we say it like that, this is actually performance guaranteed. So what this is, we have contractors on our network, just to explain this part a little bit, who only get paid after they get you successful publicity. And what that allows us to do is actually get, we establish this retail value, and then you can see price per placement, which is algorithmically qualified, right? And you guys are only looking at anything that would qualify as a medium editorial. This adds up, puts the budget together, and then boom, you're going to get that value or more on average every month. And then as it builds this campaign, you just have more and more links. It's like depositing into your savings account too. That's the other thing about AdWords. This is a permanent boost to your reputation online. Links, generally speaking, live online forever. We'll do a 12-month replacement guarantee. I'll actually cover that for you guys, just in case like a site goes down or like anything weird happens. If there's ever a broken link, we'll actually replace it. But you can see here, boom, 90K laying in at 2.5. It's just one example. So you want to find this stuff on your market. You get access to the data. Really, what I'm here to talk to you guys about today is just showing you, the potential risk and reward. It takes just a few minutes, just for the software. If you guys want to go deeper into the services, that's totally up to you. But really, just want to show you guys, just the power of this to just be able to punch this in. Like I said, this is just a search for Avo, but you can go into, you look at your market, look at your site, your competitors, and really surface some very interesting insights. And really, of course, with this, I'd suggest getting on a call with one of our analysts. And Emma, I could talk to you guys about how we can get you on a call with a truly skilled analyst at our company. I'm happy to do that here in a second. But if you put these two things together, really, like this is it. Just to show you guys what really happens when you do this. I don't know if you guys saw this. I know Foster mailed this out, but this is actually their case study. So you can see here they did this for a client. So really, here's the steps as far as how to get this going. This is a screenshot directly from the email they just sent out for one of the campaigns that they ran on our platform, resulting for their clients. So you can see here, step one, you just use publicity.ai to research your market. Figure out, sort of planning your lines of business, what practice areas do you want to promote. Step two, you run a campaign, right, based on your goals, your targets. As you can see here on the left, right, you run a campaign that's going to result in qualified publicity, always with a live, just strong, healthy backlink. You can see here, they ran this campaign, boom, their backlinks start to go up. You see this massive increase in organic visibility as far as keywords that they're ranking for. And then most importantly, as you can see, 100% increase in their lead flow, over the period of about 6 months or whatever it was. So step three, you just check stats, right? I mean, that's from your perspective. Not much more to it. If you want to give feedback and be a little bit more active, you can, but the whole point is this is really designed to be hands-free for you guys. And it's really what we do, is put those performance-based media contractors to work, like I said, and let them grind it out. Let them get told no by the journalists and only pay after they've achieved success. So, like I said, this is really, I can't say this is typical. Obviously, I'm not going to guarantee any results or anything other than qualified publicity being earned online, but it's math, right? Like when you talk about AdWords or Avo or whatever, paying directly for ads, it's a transaction. It's clicks today, no clicks tomorrow, dollar for click, and that's it. But when you talk about organic, as you can see here, it's just growth. It's literally depositing into your bank account this permanent visibility online, this permanent quality editorials, literally your influence on the web as far as your market and your search and the search engines are concerned. And now you guys are really, just it's scaling, it's growing right there. And this is truly organic. When we say organic, right, this is really what organic is meant to be. It's not based on manipulation. It's not based on trying to game the system. It's really just, truly expanding your presence, expanding the visibility of your presence, and laying a brick this month, and another brick next month, and another brick next month. Soon enough, you look back and you say, wow, we've really built something great here, and it's showing. Like, we have these stats, we have this traffic. So, I know this is a lot, right? These are high-level concepts. We had those interesting technical issues. So, this has been about an hour now. I just want to kind of recap. I hope sometimes it can be like drinking from a fire hose, right? And I hope you guys would agree that it's been time spent, so far, well spent. I really can't cover everything, like I said, about why this works in an hour webinar, even if we had all day. I mean, there's so many different facets and nuance to this, but my commitment to you guys, like I said, is just keep it simple and share with you how you can implement this in your business now, today, how you can benefit from arbitrage and see if you're in a market, that really could be undervalued. And we have put together a special offer, and I do mean a very special offer, like seriously exclusive just for Foster, truly never been done before. So you can get everything that you need to make this work for you. And I'm really going to give you guys just a deal here, doing it for the Foster community. So if you guys are okay with it, I'd like to show you what we put together. I'm personally very proud of it. So if that's okay with you, I guess, yeah, thanks, guys. Just stay on the webinar. Let me show you what we've done here. I really just want to share this with you guys and really, just fulfill our mission to take this and make this available to as many people as possible. So, just making a point, like, old habits die hard. You guys got on this webinar. You're still here despite, those technical issues in the beginning. And, I really just want to point out, you got on this webinar. You wanted to make a change. I think we all know, sometimes it's easy to just get on a webinar or learn something new and say, oh, I want to implement that. Wow, it is simple. But then what happens tomorrow, right? It all goes away if you didn't take action today. We go right back into the loop, right back into sort of just doing things the way that we've always done them. And if you want to change things truly, you need to make a change. You need to take some action, and I'll show you guys how we can do that together here in just a second. And really, I'm personally proud. I think you'll be thrilled. I think you will be excited. I'm aware that I'm building up to this, and I am excited, and I want to share this with you guys because we've really put together something that I think is just so comprehensive. We're really stepping out and doing this for Foster Web. We're doing this in a big way. We've just been so focused on the technology. We have so much success just going on around us with our partnerships with our clients. I really want to make it so easy and simple for you guys to get involved. Okay, so let me show you what comes in a Publicity.ai Pro account here. This is really what you need to go in there, start to look at that arbitrage. Like we said, you get market and competitor analysis. Right, so you can go in just like I did, breeze through any market, just take seconds, visualize, what's going on, who's the real threats, who's the competitors, how much publicity they have, where is it, what would it take to topple them. Of course, this opens the ability to customize and launch campaigns, gives you access, like I said, to our performance-based service network for media outreach, which is very unique. And you get full support and also campaign management as well. The whole point of this, we didn't want to just open something up that regular business owners and just good people who aren't full nerdy marketers could really succeed at. We wanted to make this really awesome for you guys. So we do have you'll have a dedicated client success manager, help you manage your campaigns, put them together, whatever you need, absolutely anything. And that's only $999 for the whole year. Okay, So there you go. But I want to share with you guys how to get it for $0 for your first year. Okay. So, and just who does this work for? Just for clarity, I know Foster has a community. It's mostly lawyers and law firms. Definitely works there. But really, any local business, any e-commerce, SaaS, it doesn't matter what you're selling. Commodities, if you're selling things online, if you're sharing information online, consultants, authors, coaches, you have a blog, you have literally anything for sale. It's if you solve a problem that people are searching for. This literally works for anyone who has a solution to a problem that people have. Like if people are searching and they have a problem, it doesn't matter if they have, back knee or insomnia or they want a divorce or they got hit by a car, right? Like they have a problem. They go online to search. That's literally why it's called search. They're searching for information. They're searching for a solution. This works for anyone, okay? And I will show you guys how you can find out if it's going to work for you at absolutely zero risk, okay? So here's the first option. These were really my choices as far as how we decided to build this business, right? I could have just gone out and build yet another SEO tool, just price it super cheap, help you guys just do keyword research and just, whatever, and just make it super cheap, go sell 10,000 units, have a great, just income stream that wasn't going to go anywhere, right? Or wasn't, going to go away because you have so many customers that you're adding just a little bit of value to. Or the second option, we wanted to really build a comprehensive solution that just solves the SEO problem for regular businesses. I know who you guys are. You guys are my people. I'm an entrepreneur. I was a small business entrepreneur. My dad was before me, and we really wanted to make something that would work for you guys, for us, right? For people who don't want to dedicate all their time to marketing. We built a comprehensive solution, right? It's not just a tool, it's not just the data analysis, but it's actually the power to put people to work through a simple app interface and know that it's getting done and see where that money's going, every single dollar itemized, okay? And that's what we built, this comprehensive solution. So just to show you guys, literally, these are Foster's examples, right? You can see these, campaign, page 2 pretty much universally bumped up to page 1. If you're working with Foster, it's obviously pretty easy to get page 2 in most local markets as an attorney. You just have great on-site. They're going to help you put together your content. It's going to look really great. If you're on page 2, boom, you want to bump up. Look at these guys. Number 1, 2, 2, 3, like all these different practice areas, different markets. I can't show the client. We don't do that, but boom, look at that growth, right? Another firm, again, page 2, up to universally top or middle of page 1. Boom, another firm. This one, interesting fluctuations on the week, but you can see again, page 2 to page 1. And hey, wow, that's actually Foster's internal campaign. Like we really are doing this. These are Foster's campaigns. Those were their clients that we do this for you guys. And you can see Foster page 2 for internet marketing, for lawyers, for law firms, boom, up to page 1. Running a campaign with us. Bada bing, right? So this is what you guys got, which is the pro account, this is available, on our website. This is our standard offer. That's what you get, so it's $999. You get the pro account. That's the value exchange. What I'm doing for you guys though is really, I'm going to give you some bonuses here. I'm going to give you some really sweet bonuses. So first off, $1,000 of credit basically on the campaign. If you buy with us now, take this step forward with us now, you are going to get $1,000 of publicity. So essentially for that $1,000, you guys are going to get 2 strong editorials, right? So just off the top, $1,000 towards your first campaign. First 30 people only. We're just giving you $1,000 of publicity, right? Bonus number 2, we're adding additional features to the platform. Okay, we're really excited. The tests internally are going super awesome. This is something that we're not even really going to be focused on selling to lawyers. This is more for like marketing departments of larger companies, because what we're adding here is automation. So if you guys want to get in there and you want to tinker with this, literally you're going to be able to set stuff up that, we're charging $500 a month for it, but literally automating media outreach, automating link acquisition. So literally you just wake up, go check your inbox, you see that these tasks have been getting done, and if you want it to pitch journalists for you or whatever, you can literally just log in and have those dialogues in your inbox, because it's already been pitching people for you, or it's already been analyzing opportunities or finding media opportunities for you. Okay, we're going to be releasing this in a couple months here. And we're, like I said, it's $500 a month. That's $6,000 annual value for the first 20 people only. Okay, so that really bumps the value up quite a bit. Like we said, that pro account, it just which is awesome value. I mean, we literally have people, starting free trials and just buying the software every week. And then additionally, you're going to get those 2 strong editorials, $1,000 balance, $1,000 credit on the platform, and then additionally, we're going to give you a free upgrade to the Automator, which is really the next step as far as almost having a robot basically that works for you and just does tasks for you automatically. Those are going to be coming out here in a couple months. Like I said, $6,000. So the total value, $7,900. And if all this did was, if it was just definitively able to tell you if your market was worth pursuing, like if SEO is worth pursuing, let's say you know your market, you know your practice area, you know your vertical, and you've been thinking, oh, I'm on the fence with SEO, I have a love-hate relationship, we can go in there. If it could tell you if it was worth pursuing for your business, would that be worth it? If it could show you which lines of business, let's say you serve multiple practice areas or you sell multiple things online, if we could show you which lines of business had the most potential for growth, would that be worth it? Right? And then if what this did a little bit of what it was designed to do and just help you take a single step in the right direction and gain a single percentage point of growth in your business, right? And just get you that a little bit of momentum towards growth and help you make the right decision in the right direction, would that be worth it? I certainly hope so. So you can see now, I'm getting to a point where really I do, as far as one-to-one calls, typically I'm only on the calls with like people who are rolling, a $250,000 or more a year with us on the platform. I'm just so focused on just really I have to be focused on product marketing and partnerships, in that order. And for us, product is really just making sure that we still have something that is just adding value for all of our customers, right? So, we're really here helping customers of all sizes and kinds get the results they want. But, we started here. I know most of the people on this webinar, we started here. We're small business entrepreneurs, and that's really what I stand for. That's what my father was, and I love having the opportunity to just add value to you guys, even though I can't spend, time one-on-one so much, with our customers as much as I'd like anymore, or certainly with, many of them. And so I just have to ask, if you were to have a successful publicity.ai campaign, again, not guaranteed, but if you were to have that, like if you were to go on to do a successful campaign with us, then you would know you had new targeted inbound lead flow and sales every month. Like you just would. Like forget top 10% or breakout success stories. If you guys were just in the top half, the top 66% of campaigns, that are pretty easy to do, especially when you have a partner. You guys are a lawyer, you partner with someone like Foster to make sure that your content is on point, people actually like your site and engage. We take care of the rest. We are going out, we're pitching the media, earning you those coverage, earning you those backlinks in the publicity necessary to really foster that growth. And, so you can have that new inbound lead flow and sales month after month, every month. And you can see why it's a good deal at 15 grand. We could sell all this stuff for 15 grand. Most businesses, most people who are very serious would absolutely pay that. But we have it priced at all those things, like I said, $8,000 for the general public, right? But that's not your price. That's not what you guys are going to do today. And I'm very serious about how exclusive, how truly once ever this deal is. I'm going to show you guys in just a sec. But because Foster is a great partner, we really do have just so much success with them. I want to extend this to their community, make it as easy as possible for you guys to get involved. Here's what we got. Okay, all of that stuff, I'm just keeping it priced at, actually, I think, it's going to come through at $9.99. I used a 7. You'll have to forgive me, but it is just $9.99 today. So basically, you pay for your first year of publicity.ai. You're going to get that essentially for free, because what you're really doing is paying $1,000 towards your first campaign. And in addition, we're going to give you that upgrade that's $500 a month for the whole year as soon as we launch it. That's $6,000, okay? So I really want you guys to go now and, just that, like, remember arbitrage, how we talked about on the theme of arbitrage? This is laying it in 8-to-1. This is your first arbitrage opportunity that we get to take advantage of together. And I got more. I'm not done. I love doing this. Like I said, I want to just absolutely go nuts for you guys. So I'm really excited to talk about this. This is pretty insane. This is actually something I just said, screw it. I decided to add this last night. We're working on features. Let me put it this way. We're really making the play into software, into enterprise software. And literally what we're calling these features, automators was for automation. This is what we're calling the miner. And what we have now is a crawler, like I said, that's able to go out and process billions and billions of pages per month, not unlike Google's crawler. And except our purpose is very different from Google. What Google wants to do is go out and analyze the web and figure out which sites are most influential and surface a list of results that they think the user, the searcher, the consumer might really get a lot of value for. we're kind of taking a different approach. We know we serve the business community exclusively. I have no interest in the consumer. I want everyone to do great and everything, but at the end of the day, these features that we're talking about are true data mining at scale. Honestly, this is handing a bazooka to a kid. There's really probably not hardly anyone on this call right now who needs the amount of firepower in this, but let me tell you, like, just put this way. If Microsoft were to come to us and they said, we want to spy on Apple, okay, and we want to know everything Apple's doing on the web, this is what they would buy. Okay, I'm serious about this. This is a total of $18,000 for the software, just to unlock these two features. This is what we're talking about for the year. Okay, and I mean, literally, we're sucking down all of the information about markets, businesses, everything we can find, and drilling into it from a million different angles. I don't know if you guys have heard of IBM Watson, IBM's artificial intelligence thing that won Jeopardy and chess players and everything, but like, this is literally what that is. IBM Watson is one of the tools in the toolkit that we're using to help us analyze all of this data, okay? And this is just one dimension, right? And by the way, Sean, my co-founder, who I mentioned earlier, and I actually won the IBM Watson Hackathon. If you don't know what that is, we built a cool tool a couple months ago, in San Francisco. So this is really big league stuff. Like, this is literally what we're doing now, is focusing on selling to technology companies and helping them analyze everything about their competitors. We literally have an MIT PhD data scientist working on this as we speak. This is the greatest thing we have attempted to build yet. It's the greatest thing I've done in my career to date. I know that, although it's not released yet. The target is Q4, Q1 of next year. You have my word, you're going to get a full subscription on this. You're going to get just a full year access to this. I don't know if you're curious. This truly, like I said, is more firepower than a regular small business would need. But you'll get a kick out of what you learn. I'll put it that way. If you want to point this thing at a local market, you do not need this much firepower directed at local markets. Nobody really does, but we're going to give it to you. We're going to bundle it in there for the first 10 people only. Okay, so just to recap, my entire mission in life is to just build awesome things that are good for people to use, that make their lives better, that make them better. That's what I do. That's my purpose, and I want the opportunity to make you better. But so you need to buy this to help you. Like, you need to give me that opportunity in order for me to do that, in order to experience this thing that I built and this thing that my team and I have worked so hard to build. I want you to experience it. I want you to experience AMB. I want you to experience this product, Publicity.ai. It is a comprehensive solution. It is designed to truly, really, really, really help you. And you will have an experience in your onboarding with an analyst. This isn't just here, buy the software. You're going to get a call. You're going to get a demo booked with one of our top analysts that I personally trained. You'll have the technology. You'll have an entire remote workforce behind that. It's just a super simple app interface. You can click buttons and shit is getting done. Work is being done on your behalf. That's what we built. That's all the stuff I want to give you guys. Never mind the ridiculously sick bonuses and the fact that you're basically getting the app for free. Okay, so now you have two choices, right? You guys can do nothing. Don't take the leap of faith, which, by the way, is 100% risk-free, or pony up the grand. Just give it a shot. Punch in your card. If it works, awesome. If not, just ask for your money back and you'll get it. All right, I got a guarantee for you guys. Here's the guarantee. Don't even think of it as a purchase today. Think of it as a deposit. All right, I want you guys to give that $1,000. We're going to give you the pro software. We're going to give you that $1,000 towards your first campaign, so you're basically getting the software for free. We're going to throw in all those bonuses, the freaking enterprise grade firepower that you would never need, as well as the automator, which is going to allow you to set up just automation and literally have a robot working on your behalf if you set it up that way. But if you don't want all that stuff, you got 30 days. Speak with our analysts. Get on the phone with them, which, by the way, they bill for time too, client success, so that's another bonus I didn't even add in. Take their time. Really kick the tires on this thing. And, just if for any reason you're not happy, we'll give it back on your card instantly. No hassle. You just let our guys know. And you know what? Hey, forget it. I don't even care. Like, if it's at any point you say, but whatever, I don't want it, keep your pro account for the year. We're not going to give you the bonuses, but keep it. We'll keep the subscription on. No one's going to hassle you. No one's going to run you down and turn that thing off. We're not going to come, after you. If you get curious about a market or something, 6 months down the line, you want to log in and check some stats. Great. We're not going to, hassle you. This is really designed to help people who are serious, who want to get a partnership, to move forward with us. And if you think, oh, okay, I'm interested, but I'm on the fence, just do it now, because you're going to have the opportunity to work with an analyst, to look at that data, to look at your market, and look at any market. You can do whatever you want. I mean, we're selling a lot of sundresses online right now for our client. Hey, maybe you're curious about sundresses. Maybe you're curious about literally anything. If you want to go learn about markets in a matter of seconds and see, really what's going on and what the trends are, punch it in, do it. There you go. There's your guarantee. So the real question, you know, is it worth gambling just a few minutes of your time? Okay, just to keep this in perspective, you have no risk of money. It's literally going to go right back on your card if you so choose. But is it worth gambling just a few minutes of your time to check this out, to get on the phone with an analyst, right? Because if this does even half of what I've claimed today on this webinar, it's going to pay for itself 10 times over. Even if it did just half, am I worth it? Like, is this possibly legit? Because I know there's a lot of pitches online and a lot of people saying stuff, but I challenge you, is this worth the risk of a few minutes to speak with an analyst and have that person go through the data, go through your market with you online? Keeping in mind, it's a few minutes to you, but that's a professional analyst who's probably going to spend an hour just to prep and research your market, so he has some interesting things to show you, right? Again, not billing you for that time, absolutely zero risk. If at any point you say, you know what, this isn't for me, then there's absolutely no risk, no money lost, okay? So really what I want to do is really give you guys the peace of mind. And I know this might seem like an interesting image to put with the slide about peace of mind. I could have used like a little dog meditating or something, but the point is, this is actually the poster. I'm not kidding. I have it about 5 feet away from me right now. Is on our office wall. We have an open office floor plan. Everybody here sees this poster. This is our culture. Okay, other tools and SEO tools, they'll show you the path, right? But with this, you get the peace of mind that comes with a solution that fundamentally gets things done. This was designed to fix the problem for you, not to fix the problem for SEO experts and help save them a little bit of time on, their SEO tasks that they were already going to do anyways. This is about total automation and giving you the total power of knowing that you got a badass team behind you who really lives and breathes this culture. So that I would encourage you to just step into it and just evaluate what a partnership might look like with truly the craziest deal I've actually ever offered. Like, no hype, that is pretty insane because I added the minor features last night. So this is the two journeys. This is the choice you have. Do you want to go in and be an action taker and really partner with the people who are doing it? We are getting it done. On the left here, I like people personally. I like people who just take action. I like people. Me, you want to talk about what's my marketing spend? What's my risk tolerance? I will put anything on the line, or at the very least, if I don't know something, I'll at least test it. If it seems like it might work, because I know the value to my business could potentially be transformative, right? And I like those people who are willing to step up, take a little calculated risk in the beginning, and if it starts to work, go full blast, put it all on the line, and if you see signs of growth, go nuts on it. And I think that's why we're experiencing success as a company, and also our clients, because we share and embody that culture, and we just have all the success, around us. I like people who get up, who make things happen. So I can show you the way. I want you to walk this path with me. So literally, actually, let's walk the path here. I'm actually going to show you this just because this might not be super obvious. I was not kidding when I said that I added that stuff last night. These are actually totally private bonuses exclusive for Foster, so I'm going to show you guys what you can expect here. But you just go, like I said, to publicity.ai/FWMBoss. Now, if you don't have an account yet, it's going to take you to the screen, so that's why I'm doing this. But basically, this is a private offer for people who are authenticated, so if you have an account already, you're going to see it. You go to FWMBoss. It's going to tell you you need to sign in or sign up before continuing. Okay, you can just click sign up or this try it free button. And let's just do it, Zeal Foster at test, Zeal plus FWM webinar. I'll use a fake phone number. Please use a real one so our analyst can call you. Password, and boom, that's it, right? Step one is this. It's going to splash through. Just give it a sec, and then boom. This is, like I said, an absolutely private pro offer. As you can see, the $1,000 campaign credit. This is the boss offer. We call this like a boss, just because it is a special offer that we do for our partners. Like I said, as you'll notice, those two truly exclusive bonuses aren't even on this page because other people can see this page when they sign up for a boss subscription. So you're going to get, like I said, the $1,000. You pay it right down, $9.99 right here. You get the $1,000 of free campaign credit, you get the software, and you're also going to get all those bonuses. So you literally just punch in your card number, click subscribe, and within the next 24 hours, you'll have an analyst following up. All right? That's how you do that. So, really, I showed you what I want you to do next right there. We just did that. And as a recap, this is what you're getting, okay? You got the Year Pro account, 2 strong editorials, the automated upgrades when we release it in a couple months, and the minor features when we release it. Target is Q1 next year. All right. The total value on this is literally, and again, this is not hype. Like I know, like you're supposed to like have all this super sick like info product bonuses that are worth like bajillions of dollars. Like no, this is actually the cost that like real businesses, like we have 3 pre-orders for the minor already from current customers. Like they're paying this much to get this value. Okay, so not only are you getting the Pro thing, not only are you getting the balance, which essentially makes Pro free, but we're then just giving you guys these upgrades, which is our full product suite for the next year. And it's just going to be totally unlocked. Like I said, the power to mine your competitors, millions and millions of lines of data processed at your beck and call in seconds. Like it's pretty sick. So just to, like I'm nothing special. You know, there's me again. There's some of our team. I'm really like anybody can do this. Like if you have a business that provides value to a market. Personally, I'm not good at media outreach. Like I figured it out, but I hated it when I was doing it. I wouldn't say I was great at it, as I told you guys. As far as my learning, I just kind of learned a general direction. I'm personally not too good at business accounting. I think really what this is designed is to facilitate arbitrage, like I said. So really what I'm looking for is just really wide gaps. I'm not even that great, at that. But what I have done is, spent my entire career on trial and error to discover the system that I'm giving you access to for a small investment, which has no risk, right? So really you could spend all this time trying to figure this out on your own, but I have to ask like why would you do that? I'm throwing everything in the kitchen sink at you guys. There's absolutely zero risk. You're going to get on the phone with an analyst and really see what's possible in your market. You're going to get access to Pro. It's essentially free because you're prepaying $1,000 for your campaign. If you decide you don't want to run a campaign, you don't want to be involved, hey, no risk, free. Put it back on your card. It takes a few seconds. So, here's what you're getting. It's a lot for a little. Like I said, get that first arbitrage together with each other here, and this is really an insane bonus. Just to recap, for the first 10 people only. This is nuts. Like we literally have mid-sized tech companies that have pre-ordered this, and I can't demo the features yet just because we don't have the UI built, but we are crawling like it's insane. We have these cloud servers. We're using AWS to just crawl the whole internet at, hundreds of millions of pages in a matter of days. No sweat. We could scale that up. And then really, like I said, just running all that really, really complex, deep analysis on it just to make money off your competitors. Essentially anything they do, what this is going to surface is just say, hey, your competitor did this. We think you can make money because this. And literally imagine an app that just surfaces that passively for you. That's what we're talking about here. So really do it. Publicity.ai/FWM-boss. That's the link you need to use. Like I said, it's just that two-step process right there. And it's been a pleasure sharing this with you guys. As you can tell, we had the tech difficulties. I'm just like exhausted, but I'm still here. I'm here to just share this with you. It's my mission. It's my greatest passion in life. And I'm just so excited. I'm so grateful for the opportunity. Thank you to Foster. Thank you to you, all the attendees, the people watching this on the replay. I seriously hope you join us on this journey. I've tried to make it just as absolutely simple and easy for you as possible. And I would just love it for you guys to really just take me up on the offer. I really, really have designed this to serve you guys. And our entire team is just working so diligently to really try to make this happen and really solve those pains in your business and really help you get that growth that you want to be seeing month over month. So publicity.ai/FWM-boss. It's the exclusive link. You need to use that link so we have the accurate tracking and you guys get those on sort of unadvertised bonuses, like I said. And really just so excited and so grateful to have this opportunity. So
yeah, thank you so much, Zeal. That is an amazing offer, and hopefully you guys take advantage. It would be ridiculous not to, but this is awesome. This is also kind of the first time we're hearing about all that's going into it, into this awesome deal for you guys. So we're pretty excited right now, actually, and can't wait to see where this goes. So thanks again so much, Zeal, for joining us, and thanks to everybody who has attended and everybody listening.
was my pleasure. Thanks so much, Molly. Thanks, everyone.
Have a great day, guys. Bye.